Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Kaggle Kingdom. So this is Jacob. Today's topic is GroqLabs AppGen. So how to use it, how to set up on your local. So that being said, let's get started. So GroqLabs, I think, just released a AppGen from their offshore repo. If you go to their Groq repo, and then there's a Groq AppGen, and here's the documentation. But for some reason, I think there are a few steps that are missing here, which if you follow everything they discussed in here, we will not be able to set everything up correctly. So, but in this tutorial, we're going to show you how to set up everything on Kaggle as expected. So you'll see everything that's running like this. So basically, this is a live demo that's running in this Kaggle notebook, which we're going to talk about today. And if you go to their offshore repo, I can access the offshore AppGen application from appgen.groqlabs.com. So if you click calculator, it will generate a calculator in just 1 second, which is super quick. So, and this is the reason why I'm going to talk about this today. It's very quick, like super quick. There's no quicker application that can generate apps like this one, which is amazing. So that being said, let's get started. So if you go to the kaggle.com, let's create a notebook called Groq AppGen. So like this one. So if you have not created a kaggle.com account, just go to kaggle.com and register using your Google credentials. It's 100% free. It has free GPUs you can use for AI training and other technology development purpose. So that being said, let's continue. So first, you need to install Groq AppGen. So make sure you go to the Groq AppGen and do a git clone, and then go to this Groq AppGen directory. Make sure you do npm install because Kaggle has npm. So just do npm install. And there's a little catch we're going to talk about later. So, and then after that, make sure you install ngroq and py-ngroq, which is to expose everything within the notebook to the outside, which you can access a public URL like this one. So then create a function to run bash command within Python, and then install py-ngroq and ngroq, and make sure you get ngroq token from ngroq console. Then make sure you point your ngroq public URL, which is the C0F8 that we're running right now, to local port, which is 3000. And make sure you actually be able to upgrade your npm version and node version to the latest one, because the default one from Kaggle doesn't work. So this is the catch. So if you just install npm using the npm that's by default, so it's gonna be like 8.0 or something. So, but AppGen from Groq, they need a higher version. So make sure you do a cache clean, and also make sure install node globally and do node stable. So make sure you can see that it installed the latest node. So it's 22, but default I believe that's 16 or something, but it's very low version. So you have to upgrade node first. And this is a general method if you're running other projects that need a higher version of npm and Groq. So this is the way to go, or one of the way to go. And then you can install and check the npm and node version. You can see npm is 10.9 and node is 22.12. So, and after that, the documentation here was missing is that they need a Radish server. So they didn't mention that, but you do need a Radish server. So if you go to the Kaggle notebook, we need to install Radish. So that's one of the things that in the documentation they didn't mention here. So let's continue with the Kaggle notebook. So if you want to install Radish server, go to the radish.io and go to the documentation. There's offshore install. So just go to this link, which I can show you in here. Go to this link, copy this section. So it will install Radish server. So basically, it's gonna install the server, but you also have to install the Radish client to test it if it works. So after you install the Radish server, and you can install Radish tools. So it will include Radish client. After you install the client, because Kaggle doesn't support systemd, so you also need to use supervisor. So you have the install supervisor and then write a supervisor configuration for Redis. So just write a Redis.configuration in the etc supervisor daemon in this folder, and then create a program called Radish Server, and then you run Radish Server command. So unlock the all these logs to standard error log file and also to standard output log file. So this is how you actually track Radish Server logs and also spin up the Radish Server in the backend. Because Kaggle only allow one active process, so all the other processes have to be in the backend. That's why we set up a supervisor. And after that, make sure you just do a stop start status on the supervisor. You can see supervisor is running. After that, you can check the Radish Server status. You can see Radish Server is running, and make sure the log is also working correctly. You can see the Radish Server out we set up in here. It's giving you the right information, which is running on the port 6379. So that's a Radish port. So after you set up all of the Radish Server, also can make sure that 6379 is running. So you can see this is running. And after that, the Radish Server is ready to go. So then you have to start up the Groq AppGen. So to start Groq AppGen, I think in the documentation, they're also using another thing, which is the HTML sign-in secret. So you do need to set up the Groq API key, as they mentioned in here. But more importantly, they also did a HTML encode and decode. So you do need a HTML sign-in key or sign-in secret. You can pass in any word or any letters you would like. So I just put a test, so that should work. So this is one of the other things that are missing in the documentation. So you do need to set up the HTML signing secret. After that, make sure cd to this Groq AppGen directory and run npm run dev. So that's it. So then you can see the server of the AppGen server is running on port 3000, and we basically use our py-ngrok public URL to point to this local 3000 port. So you can see that is running here, and we do a quick test. We just do the same thing as a calculator, and you can see that it's running very quickly. So, and you can test it out, say 770 divided by 2. Make sure this is working. So it is working, and this is how to set up Groq AppGen on a local machine. And also you can do it on any VirtualBox besides Kaggle.com, because Kaggle.com is the easiest way to test all these new technologies. So that being said, you can also test everything on the official repo. It's appgen.GroqLabs.com. If you go to this main page, you can also try out, let's say we want to build a to-do list. It's super quick. You can see everything is super smooth. And this is a really good way to actually use Groq to generate applications. And you don't need to wait. It's super quick, like the quickest app generation application online. So that being said, if you do like this video, please subscribe, like, or comment if you have any questions. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. See you in the next one.